Hello everybody. Well then, a quarter-final, place at stake. Scotland against England in the round of 16 at the World Cup. The first time these two teams have met in a major tournament since 2021. And well, there were two very different sides that day. There's going to be two very different sides now. Scotland went balmy after they beat Mexico in the round of 32, and they line up again in Mexico tonight to face their arch rivals England. This could be a big one. Right then. Scotland start with Angus Gunn in goal, Robertson, McKenna, Suter and Hickey, Christie and Ferguson, Tierney, McTominay and McGinn, and Lawrence Shankland starts up front in place of Shea Adams, who scored in the group stages. But the big story is Ryan Christie keeps his place in the lineup after what an incredible hit it was against Mexico to stun the hosts. And now, in their own backyard, they're going to be playing England, their arch rivals, the first association football game on the international stage since records began. It's a tie for a World Cup unlike any other. Well then, Pickford starts in goal, O'Reilly, Gueye, Conser, James, Bellingham, Rice and West in the midfield, Rashford, Kane and Saka start up front. Watkins, Eze, Rogers, Mainu, Anderson, Maguire and Henderson on the bench. Thomas Tuchel enters uncharted territory for England as a manager. Well then, the fans are still going off here in the UK. It's very, very noisy. Apologies everybody. But welcome then, Scotland and England faced off for a place in a World Cup quarter-final. Well, this could be a big day for Scotland. If they can beat their arch rivals to a quarter-final place, they will play Brazil again, as they did in the group stage. Ferguson. Wide to Robertson. Tierney. Shankland. Good block, and Conser was there. Here's Reece James. Well, it wasn't easy for England against the DR Congo in the round of 32. Went all the way to penalties, and now they probably had the easier tie handed to them, with Mexico, of course, going out of the tournament. And Saka caught offside by the assistant referee. Suter drops forward, and Rice heads it down for Reece James. Rice tipped forward looking for Harry Kane. West was there supporting too. Saka into James again. First 15 down here at the Azteca. You have to say this is the last game that is going to be played on Mexico soil. The rest all being played in, and well, Bellingham couldn't find anyone with that pass. Here's Robertson. Scott McKenna into Tierney. Tierney playing a more forward role tonight than he normally would. Here's Scott McTominay. John McGinn. McTominay and McGinn don't pair well there. Here's Marcus Rashford. Kane went down, and Tuchel's furious on the left hand. Look at this. Down by the touchline, Tuchel's absolutely furious. Here's Rashford. Knocking it in for Kane. Good save by Angus Gunn. Excellent reflexes to deny Harry Kane. Well, here's a bit of a knockout specialist, Thomas Tuchel. What do you do? Rice. Gunn. Knocks it clear. Here's Tierney. Weston to Kane. O'Reilly. And that is offside from England. Not sure they tried to play in. I think it was O'Reilly, but it was off by a heel. Actually, probably more than a heel. Here's McGinn. Lawrence Shanklin. It's very even so far from Scotland and England. Bellingham. Rashford played into Kane. Bellingham playing it forward into West. Rice. Nico O'Reilly. West went over, and that is Ryan Christie. He looks like he's taken a bit of a knock there. Rashford. Kane. Laid across to Saka. Inside now for England. Bukayo Saka's thrown out of the way by Scott McKenna. And Scotland hold on a bit longer. Well, West tried to claim that was his, even though it came off him. Well, Harry Kane's come closest in this first half. Maybe Scotland can go even closer. No added time in this first 45. That's it then. First half over here at the Azteca. England not been great, but Scotland not been great either. KG45, Kane had a shot on target, but it's not been the brightest of days for Harry Kane. The second half awaits, where England have got to get down to business. Half time, Scotland 0, England 0. Welcome back, everybody. Second half underway here at the Azteca. And Scotland and England are battling out for a place in the quarterfinals. England know that this could be a huge moment. They were to reach the quarterfinals. It wasn't be Brazil. The stage they reached last time out in Qatar. Kane across. Laid across for... well, Aaron Hickey clears it away. The young Brentford winger. Oh, sorry, not winger. Right back is McTominay. Tierney. Christie into McTominay. Here's Robertson. Tierney looking to overlap, and James has knocked it behind for a corner kick. 35 minutes then for England to potentially find something. What do you reckon then? Could Scotland... they scored off a corner the last time we were here at the Azteca. Here's Ryan Christie again, not in the right position this time. Suter. McTominay. Oh, cut out by Gueye. Good block. Shankland offside. The referee will allow that one. Remember, we haven't seen a shot on target since Harry Kane in the 30th minute in the first half. Played right. Here's West. Down for James. Bellingham. Laid across for Robertson. Trying to find Saka, but Robertson picked it up. Hickey. Ferguson into McTominay. Here's Scott McTominay playing it on. Here's John McGinn. It's inside and, whoa, right across the box. Pickford will be pleased about that one. Getting straight out and away from his box. Great tackle from Lewis Ferguson in the middle. McTominay back to McGinn. Scott McTominay into the box. You have to think a goal would be the winner at this point. Hickey. McTominay cut out by Rice. 4 versus 4. Hickey. McTominay. Aaron Hickey cut out by O'Reilly, and, well, Pickford will clear that away. Kane. Bellingham to Rashford. Rashford running clear and away for England. Scotland body swarming. Bellingham played left to Declan Rice. Rashford, yes! Marcus Rashford scores for England when it needs it most. A first time hit, Gunn spilled it under his glove, and Marcus Rashford, the man everyone doubted in the selection, has become Tommy Tuchel's man in the round of 16. Super goal. Che Adams on for Lawrence Shankland. He's scored at this World Cup so far. Might have been a bit of a risk to put Shankland on when he's not started the game. But Scotland, the momentum suddenly swung all the way into England's favour. It's going to be narrow, but better than it was 5 years ago against Scotland in the group of Euro 2020. Kane. Rice to West to Kane. West again. Saka laid across and Robertson was pretty pleased. Tierney. Robertson left hand side down for McTominay. Christie. Kieran Tierney. Cut across. Konsa made the block, and Konsa there again. Free kick now on the edge of the box for Scotland. Or is it? Is it England's? I can't quite tell here. I know Riley's coming off. Who's going to be? Lewis Hall. The late call up for Jed Spence, who turned out to be injured. Here's Saka. Kane. Gueye left to Lewis Hall. It's knocked in, McKenna. And well, England proceed on to Brazil. They will march on to New York to face the South Americans. The biggest test yet for Thomas Tuchel's side. They've overcome Scotland at the Azteca. And well, Rashford has triumphed over the Scots again. And well, Manchester United, why aren't you thinking of keeping him? This is a man who really wants to run down that left-hand side. Full time then, Scotland 0, England 1.